You got to make a list and decide what you can live with and what's simply too dicey to buy. That, my good friends, is how you have to think about stocks right now if you're willing to be a slave to this crazy market in order to try to pocket what you can during this difficult period. See, right now there's this gauntlet that must be run before you can pull the trigger on a stock, unless you're putting it away for the long term and are willing to suffer short-term consequences. First, you have to see if the company has any business in any foreign country. Now, it's one thing to be worried about China, but it's another to recognize that any country could, at any time, find itself on the president's bad side. And once they get on his bad side, any American company doing real business there, finished. So, the first part of the gauntlet is to be sure that there's nothing that the company needs or gets from overseas. Second, does the company have any cyclicality, meaning is it hostage to the economy? Right now, because we're effectively embargoing $439 billion in goods from China, we're going to experience what could end up being the highest inflation in ages in our country. It's hard to disagree with that assessment, and I say that as someone who generally supports a trade crackdown on the Chinese government. At the end of the day, China is the low-cost producer. We need other countries to stand up and make the goods for us, or we need to build automated factories at home to do the same thing, because wages in America are simply just too expensive to compete. But either way, that transition is going to take some time. And in the interim, we're going to either need to pay through the nose for this stuff or suffer through shortages. I expect both. I want companies with no cyclicality because with the bout of inflation we're about to have, the economy is in real trouble. Unless a second China surfaces out of nowhere, the Fed won't be able to help because of the tsunami of government-ordered inflation. I'll let you know when I find an extra 1.5 billion people, but until then, we are in trouble. There's a reason why China owns so much of our retail market. Their stuff is cheaper and just good enough that few new American companies are willing to take them on. They knew how to price their stuff to discourage our own entrepreneurs. So what made this list so far? Right now, there's peace among the phone companies. The big price wars seem to be a thing of the past. That means you can own both Verizon and AT&T. Both have good yields. Both are reporting better than expected earnings. They're worth owning because their businesses have very little cyclicality. So that's the paradigm, okay? I always talk to you about the drug middlemen, companies like McKesson and Cencora. These are two money machines no matter what. Even as I believe we should be able to automate and digitize these businesses out of existence, they are the kings, and they are the must-owns in this environment. If you want one that's doing a little bit more than just distribution, I want you to consider Cardinal Health. We've had them on a couple of times. I think they're really smart guys. Then there are the health insurers, Humana, United Health, and Cigna. They are the ones I have my eyes on. They're the easiest spot, and we want them easy. I know the Charitable Trust should own one of these. I'm just debating which one. Finally, they're a little pricey, but I want to own some cybersecurity companies, and the trust owns two of them, because they can't really be tariffed, and they have no natural enemies, including states that have sided against us in the trade war. For the cybersecurity firms, countries with state-sponsored hackers like China, they are an annuity stream. We have not one but two for the trust, as I mentioned, Palo Alto, PANW, and CrowdStrike, CRWD. And I've got to tell you, either one is just terrific. Just terrific. Now, I know more stocks will make the list as time goes on, and believe me, I'm doing it all weekend. I liked KeyCorp last night. I don't know about you, but I'm not sure about owning the banks yet. We've only had one day worth of bank's earnings. It is difficult to recommend any stocks here, but as one manager after another professes the need to own Trump stocks, you now are getting the beginning of a basket that I'm putting together. There's a lot more to come. I like to say there's always a bull market somewhere. I promise I'll find it just for you right here on Mad Money. I'm Jim Cramer. See you Monday.